If you guys don't know Drift, that's the guy I've been talking about who's like the best Firestorm player in Firestorm right now.
Yes. Let's go! Kill record! We got it! Let's get the win! Come on, guys! We did it, boys! We did it! Oh, come on! Let's go! Oh, I'm so fucking hyped. I'm so hyped, and you boys got to witness it with me.
He's like real good. He's got the kill record in this in solos. He's got 25 kills.
Everyone check out Drift's channel. Everyone make sure you check out Drift's channel. Dude's fucking crazy, bro. Out of his mind. Great gameplay there.
Oh my god, the fucking reactor, bro. Honestly.
Really? How's he alive?
Yo, this guy is something else, man. Like, I don't think he's using regular ass controllers, dude. I'm not even gonna lie, cause the way this man moves is crazy.
Oh! No, that's sick. That.
Yeah, that definitely saved him. Oh, this is fucking cute. Oh, that's cute. That is cute. Clip that.
Unbelievable. That dude's such a beast. Props, Drift.
Oh my god, that tracking though.
We are sniped and it's Drift. Rip. Like, he is an unreal Firestorm player. Like, he won't miss his shots. Like, he's fucking disgusting.
I can kill just about anybody in this game but this man.
Yo, this dude been out here since day one, fucking killing the game. Appreciate this dude very much. He's a fucking baller. You ought to be taking a bow, for sure.
Let's go. We did it, Jesus Christ. We did it. We killed it. We did it again. We smashed it. Kill record 27. Okay. Have some of that then.
Legendary Mr. Drift, who is currently 30 games away from 1,000 wins in Firestorm solos. 1,000 wins. He's currently #1 in the world on Firestorm solos, and he is about to break 1,000 solo wins.
Who the fuck's the daddy?
Yo, Box, if you don't know who Drift is, dude's a legend, bro. You think I'm good at Battlefield, you should see this guy. This dude is really, really good.
Let's fucking go, ladies and gentlemen.
What's going on, party pals? Battlefield 2042 is only 3 weeks away, folks, and we have a Battlefield legend with us today. He is #1 in the world in wins and kills. Category in Firestorm, he owns it. He has been prowling the hills of Havloy since day one, and not many can say they have ever won a gunfight against this legend. Now, he's gearing up to dominate Battlefield 2042, and we cannot wait to see what he has in store for this one. Ladies and gentlemen, please help us welcome the father of the farms, the OG of Odenburg, the Fury of Frigaton. Pick any drop point, and it's over, Johnny. Please welcome Mr. Drift himself. Woo, what's good, baby?
Welcome to the party, pal!
Oh, this guy.
That guy's pretty cool, eh?
Oh,
Oh my God, that was hilarious. Oh, that was awesome. Welcome, Drift. We are so excited. We've been against you in Firestorm many times. I always got my ass kicked, but I'm way excited to bring you on the interview, man. Thank you for coming.
I am happy to be here. I really do appreciate the invite. Good to be, as I say. How are we feeling? Are we feeling good?
Oh, amazing. This is especially amazing. Absolutely. How about yourself?
I'm doing good. I'm getting into sort of stream moment right then, so I'm almost asking. But yeah, I'm good. I'm feeling fresh. Just got done streaming. Thought I had to jump on this amazing podcast. There's been so many people that I am inspired by, and I just thought really cool idea from you guys.
Oh, dude, thanks, man. Absolutely. No, thank you a ton, man. And it's been a fun ride for us. You know all about streaming. It starts off, it's a different dynamic, and then it just kind of molds and develops into its own thing. And it's a great ride to be on. I'll tell you that much.
Hell yeah. All right, so let's get things started here. So again, this is another Battlefield guy. Our community has definitely been more exposed to Warzone, but we are very excited to be bringing you guys people from Battlefield. And with saying that, let's introduce the folks to Drift. Who is Drift? Whether that be gaming, outside of gaming, what makes Drift tick?
So, some people call me Brad, some people call me Drift. I prefer if you call me Drift because that's how it is on the online. I discovered this name from actually a Call of Duty clan back in the day, and I'm talking about 2008, 2009-ish.
Oh wow.
They were basically a sniping team, but they'd done the odd trick shot now and then, but they were purely sniping montages, stuff like that.
Okay.
I was inspired by them a lot, and I always wanted to be in that team. I never actually got into it, but I was a big fan of like Need for Speed and stuff like that, and racing games at the time.
Yeah.
So the bit of thing, I was like, what is my name? How do I find it? I went with different gamer tags like Lights Out. I copied, I don't know if you guys have heard of Ali G. I added my name to it. I did Brad G in the house, but that was but yeah, not a fan of that gamer tag. I'll forget about that one pretty quickly. But yeah, basically I just thought, what is my gamer tag going to be? Went with Lights Out for a little while, tried other games like gamer tags like Drazy. That didn't really work. I wasn't feeling it. And then I was like, what is the perfect thing? Take the I out of Drift, put the DRFT. It looks so clean, in my opinion. The OG sort of name. There's something about the word Drift with the I hate, and I don't know what it is. I'm so strange. You'll find out by this podcast maybe. But I don't like it. So the Drift with just the DRFT, I think is clean. But yeah, that is me. I am I say I'm a quite fairly new streamer in the game. I've only been doing it about 2 years now. Mainly Battlefield. I tried a bit of Call of Duty, but I was a Call of Duty player before Battlefield. My first Battlefield was Battlefield 1.
Okay.
I actually, funny story, if you ever get Max Eek on the podcast, it'll be fun. But we basically were in the same team together called SAW on the Call of Duty scene. And we were sort of both getting bored of COD. We didn't know where we was going to go. And then we thought Battlefield 1 open beta, Call of Duty was going down by that point. And this atmosphere for Battlefield 1 was like, holy crap, what is this?
Right.
We tried it out, get me on board, jumped on. And yeah, had a blast. It was really, really good. Max, obviously, I won't go too into his story because he might want to tell it one day maybe.
Sure.
But he went down that path of grinding for Battlefield. I did buy the game, but I didn't purely go into it because I was still more of a sniper, like the Call of Duty style, where it's like if you get body shots, you'll get one kill sort of thing, if that makes sense.
Yep.
Whereas Battlefield's headshots only, isn't it? So I couldn't really do that at the time. So that's mainly why I didn't go on, and the motivation was quite low. I was trying different games, horror games, shooter games, stuff like that. And then I went on to the whole Fortnite and tried that out, and that was the actual official first battle royale game I ever played.
Oh,
And-
okay, nice.
Nice.
So I was playing that game right at the start of the whole thing.
Yeah, yeah.
Like before all the streamers like Ninja, before they blew up, all of those guys, that was the first official OG Battle Royale I played, and I really enjoyed it. It just sucks what like's happened to it. I guess the game sort of outdoes itself, and all those updates is amazing. How far it's gone is crazy, but it just it went downhill for me, and that's when I went on to Firestorm. And that was where the whole thing took off, I guess. But yeah, that's little intros. Sorry if
That's
I'm
awesome.
rapping.
No, you're fine. No, man, I love
origin story. I love it.
I love to hear it. As a matter of fact, you brought up Ollie G in the house, and one of my favorite lines from that is, "I'm sitting with my main man Buzz Lightyear." I'm like, that's what he's with. What he's with Neil Armstrong, and he's like, my man Buzz Lightyear. That's awesome. That is hilarious. So now you, speaking of Battlefield 5 Firestorm, so you've been on that grind this whole time. Did you ever try Warzone out? And if you have, what took you back to Battlefield? Why have you stayed there?
So, I was probably one of the first people telling SoCal, telling everybody that I was the one that was going to stay on, or that was going to move on from Battlefield 5 Firestorm to Warzone. I was ready to finish at that point. There was crazy amounts of teamers. There was things ruining the games, stream snipers just in general. But the game hadn't had an update since the towers were brought in.
Yeah.
With that big dome, which you obviously know. And then the lack of guns, the lack of support, the lack of no anti-cheat, everything. I was ready to move on. And then I got on Warzone. And any game you get on at the start, you get that fresh feeling where you can have a good time with people. My problem was that feeling ran out pretty quickly after about 2 weeks, 3 weeks. I was getting mad at the game. I didn't like the play style. I felt like it was too campy. I felt like from Battlefield Firestorm, where it's a bit more open, the TTK is higher. It's not like one-shot snipers were a thing, and I was getting annoyed by that. The sort of my play style is very aggressive. If you watch, I guess.
Yeah.
But
that's putting it lightly.
Probably.
So yeah, I like to play by that style. So I can adapt, and depending on who I'm playing with. But if I'm playing solo and I'm in my own zone, in my own mind, I can't change that. That's just how I am. It always has been since I've been playing Call of Duty. Been trying to get high kills to Battlefield to whatever I play now. The Battle Royale scene, and the reason, I think the main reason for Battle Royale, because you would probably see BR as more of a tactical game, I'd say.
Yes. Oh yes.
I've been watching like players like Tfue and Ninja back in the Fortnite /H1Z1 days, where they were solo squadding, getting big high kill games, and I thought, oh, I want to try and implement and be a bit different when I try Firestorm, because no one's doing that. No one's going for big kill games. Everyone's trying to get that win. That's all the Battlefield sort of Firestorm community, you could say, or streamers would care about. So I was trying to come from a different way and try and be a bit more unique, I guess.
Yep.
Which I did. So I went on to break the kill record. I broke my own kill record on solos about 3 or 4 times. Not bragging. No.
I love this guy.
I'm so
I mean, it's just facts. Like, if you guys know, anyone who's familiar with Drift, this guy, I'm telling you right now, it is absolutely impossible to win a 1v1 against this guy. You need to bring all 4 of your boys, and you all have to shoot him at the same time. And if he's able to go and replay it, he's going to come back and kill all 4 of you. He has to die right there, or it's over.
It's over, Johnny.
Yeah, I do try and make it hard for players to kill me, but
I've spent many hours. I spent many hours watching your stream, and I'm telling you, you're nasty. Now I remember you from when we played. I remember playing against you, and I remember getting worked, and I wasn't too bad at Firestorm. And I'm going, who the fuck is this cat? Who is this cat? And you just were wrecking. You would wreck. So it is nothing short of amazing.
I think my introduction to you, Drift, was from watching SoCal stream one day, and they kept getting wrecked by this team, and it was I'm pretty sure it was yourself, and maybe was Maxeek was on PlayStation,
Probably,
right?
yeah, we played
Yeah.
together quite a bit, yeah.
Yeah, and they couldn't crack the nut of beating you guys, and I'm like, who in the fuck are these guys? Because I mean, prior to that, I mean, Heisenbergler and those guys would give the DK crew a run for their money. It was kind of a 50-50 between SS and DK on most fights. But every time they ran into you guys, it was challenging for them. And I'm like, who are these guys?
Yeah, the Europeans were on the scene.
Yeah.
But yeah, me, Maxeek, Zio, and Tokyo, I think we were the main four for playing together a lot. I think our highest killed game together was about 38. We've played so many. I mean, majority of my squad wins must be with them guys, because that was our squad for Firestorm, and I had so many amazing moments with them. We actually went on to do our best win streak was 10 or 11 in a row. Ooh. We won so many that we got bored in the end, and we dropped Pluto and end up just dying for the sake of it, because we didn't want to win anymore. But yeah, it was we had some crazy moments. Like I don't know if some people might have seen the squad clutch I had where I was the last one and I ended up swimming around. It's like one of my best clips I've ever had, and that was like one of the 8th win at the time in that 10 win streak where I clutch up against a squad 4v1 with one shield. You know how hard it is to fight people with one shield.
100%.
I managed to do everything. It was like a Thanos moment. You do that one thing wrong and you're dead. But I managed to do the one thing right, and I was Tony Stark. Bong. See you later.
Yeah. See you later. That's one of my favorite lines from you.
Yeah, the English would come out of me. But yeah, no, it was good.
Awesome.
But yeah, I've kind of. Did I go away from the question?
No, not at all. Not at all. Yeah.
I honestly can't remember what the question was, but
it's okay.
That's beautiful.
We can move on to the new shiny toy if that makes sense.
That.
Yeah. So so we all of us here I know have got a chance to sit down and play the Battlefield 2042 beta. Grill and I played it on PC. I believe you played it on PlayStation 5, correct?
I did indeed, PS5.
Okay. Awesome. We were really excited for this game. We've kind of covered it ad nauseum from our point of view, but we would love to get your take on the game first, like just as the game as a whole, the beta and how it was implemented, and just kind of maybe some closing thoughts on what you see the future of the franchise.
So when the build up to 2042, I wasn't sure about, because obviously playing Firestorm, it's a battle royale. We all knew that they were bringing in this hazard zone, which everyone's a bit like unsure about it or how it's gonna go. I was on the same boat, because I don't know. They didn't show or leak any information about hazard zone. We didn't find out about anything really until the few days behind the trailer. So that was when some of the leaks came out about it. And even on the day, that's when I found out really what it was about. And the 2042 beta, I actually, from the lead up to it, I was just about 50%, 50-50. I wasn't sure if I was going to enjoy it. I wasn't sure if I was going to commit to it. I wasn't sure about all of it. But as soon as I got on it, I really did like it. The beta was just perfect for me. Honestly, I hate Battlefield 5 multiplayer, and that's because I played Firestorm. But the multiplayer for 2042 is just, honestly, the gameplay is on point. The move, I think, gameplay wise, movement and all round guns are what it's all about. And if you get those basics right, you can make a really good game. And they smashed it. I think they've copied the Call of Duty element, the style of COD. I think they've copied the movement, the sliding, the mini map. I think they've copied a lot of stuff from COD, which isn't a bad thing. A lot of people are complaining. The Battlefield casuals, or whatever you could say, they're not happy. The specialist stuff like that, the grappling hook. I think this is all different stuff, new stuff that we need. I think you've got to branch out from that old classic style, because your game's not going to reach that top mountain anymore.
Absolutely.
Couldn't have put it better.
you're competing with Call of Duty and all of these other things, and my opinion, Battlefield's gameplay is just outdoes Call of Duty, but they haven't got the basic ideas and all like the updates behind it, the anti-cheats, the stuff like that. They go away from that whole side of things, which I think ruins it.
No, I have to agree because I'm a purist, right? I like Battlefield 4 is my favorite game I've ever picked up a controller and played, and it was my favorite. And I'm more of a purist. I don't like the bunny hopping and all that. I just don't like that in Warzone. I don't like it, period.
That's fair enough.
But I think that Battlefield, this new one, introduced the elements of it so that it's more fluid.
Yeah,
the movements
not
are
so
better.
easy.
Yeah, but you're not bunny hopping. When somebody's shooting you, you're not bunny hopping. There is the sliding now, which is awesome. The grappling hook, but you have to be more modern. You have to bring in those elements to attract a broader base, or else you won't have any. You can put the best game out in the world, but if nobody's going to be there to play it, did it really happen? Right? I mean, it just, and so I thought they did an excellent job outside of 30 meters of the TTK. I think it takes too many bullets to kill people from far away with like an AR or an LMG. I'd like to see that modified a bit, but outside of that, I thought it was phenomenal.
Yeah, 100%. I agree with you. Yeah, on the changes, there was a few changes that I thought, but I think being a beta, everybody knows that this game's not going to be perfect because it's literally one map, one game mode. I thought the map was too big. I had a bit of a Blackout sort of feel to it. You remember the Call of Duty Black Ops VR?
100% do.
The cars and the sort of the style of like the look of it. I wasn't mad at it. But it definitely did have that feel to that map. I've yet to see what the other maps and how that's going to play out. But it had that feel to it. It had COD style gameplay like we went over. It's got obviously the classic Battlefield feel still. And I mean, the OP choppers, I'm not a fan of vehicles and stuff like that. I think you probably hear me complain on stream about vehicles at times.
Us too.
Stuff like that.
Yeah. Hopefully
fan.
they've got some gear for us to use to manage those helicopters, because what they had in the beta just wasn't enough.
They were killing me non-stop, and that was probably the worst thing I could say about the beta, which is a bad thing because they said they was going to change it. I think one of my top 5 worst pet peeves about Battlefield 5 Firestorm, and you'll either agree or disagree on this for different reasons, but when you leave a vehicle, I hate animations. I think an animation should be straight out of the vehicle or straight in, depending on what it is. If it's a tank, maybe you can make it a bit slower. But if it's a car, I want to get out the car. I want to shoot as many people as I can straight away. I'm limited in Battlefield 5, and I get shot so many times because I'm about 80 years old in Battlefield, playing in World War II, getting smashed, and I can't react. It does my head in, guys. But yeah, that's basically.
No, I get it. And you're right. Everybody is usually 50-50 on this topic.
Yeah.
I'm with you. I want the gameplay to be smoother. I want the gunfights to be faster, and with the animations, it takes away from that. But then there's the other side of the coin. If you're more of a realist and want the realism side that you get with Battlefield, you probably tend to want those types of animations because it does take time in real life to climb in and out of a vehicle. But for me, it's a video game, and I'm not playing it. I'll go play Hell Let Loose or Squad if I want realism. Battlefield, it is on a little bit more, I guess, if you're like to go center and then left is realism, right is like Call of Duty. It's probably more to the left, but I'm not a fan of the animations either.
Yeah. So that's pretty much spot on right there. I mean, I can see both sides, can see why you would like it if you like that sort of real feel. But at the end of the day, it's a game, and we all want to have sort of as perfect as we can get it. Obviously, we're never going to have anything perfect, but as long as that is in, and from the beta, it looked like I was jumping out of the vehicle straight away, and it looked really fluent, and I love that. So I'm so happy from DICE.
The only thing, I'll offer the counter argument. I get the jumping out of the vehicles and killing. I'm the same way. I'm very aggressive in Battlefield 4, extremely aggressive. Yeah. But here's the scenario that they got to do is because what happens is it takes 5 Piats, 3 tank or dynamite bundles, a couple tank. You've got to throw everything at a tank, and all you're doing is just trying to blow it up. And it's difficult to kill them. And then they can hurry and jump out, and you're in the middle of trying to blow it up, and they can hurry and jump out and kill you. If they're going to do that, if we're going to have the quick exit out of vehicles, then we need to make the vehicles a little more. We need to have enough ammo in 1 or 2 people to destroy a tank or whatever within that
relatively
time frame,
fast,
right?
Yeah.
Because then they can jump out, and that's fine, and they can go run. But we need to be able to blow that tank up a lot quicker.
Yeah, I 100% agree because I hate tanks.
I hate them too.
I did say that I'm happy with the buggy vehicles, those style of vehicles. They're fine for just jumping out in.
Absolutely.
Yeah. But I agree. The tanks and anything that is overpowered or gonna kill anyone in a second with a cannon or whatever, they should be animated to the fullest.
Okay, I'm with you.
Yeah, there you go. No, I agree.
Balance,
and I'm hoping. So now you say you started Battlefield. Have you played Battlefield 4 at all?
No, I never played that game once.
Unfortunately, it's the best game I've ever played. And I tell everybody this. So they had an AA mine that you could unlock. You had to do some special thing. And what you would do is you put this AA mine down, and it would immediately hit a helicopter. It wouldn't blow it up. It would damage it. And it would pause this helicopter. This is what I loved about it, because those little birds in Battlefield 4, people would go 68-0, 70-0. There were some really good pilots in it. But you blow it up, you hit it, it smacks the helicopter, and the helicopter pauses in air for just a brief moment, and then you break out a lot, and it's an acquired skill, but then you could hit it because it just pauses for that. I mean, I'm talking less than a second. You hurry and flip it up and laser it, and you can down the helicopters. I hope they bring something like that, because those helicopters kicked the shit out of both of us. Kicked our ass up and down.
Yeah, I can imagine. Yeah. I'm definitely not a fan of those sort of things, but that is a great idea. Definitely put something like that in as much as we can, because I think the one thing was about the specialist class on the beta was you could either have a rocket launcher, or it was
some SAM, like later like a SAM surface to air launcher that locked onto him.
Yeah, so maybe like put it in that sort of category and let people choose it. But I think they do have to have some sort of anti-aircraft definitely in there, because
for sure.
It's been a problem for it was a problem in Battlefield 3. It was a problem in Battlefield 4. It's kind of been a Battlefield issue in modern Battlefields for a while, is the helicopters can be abused by the good players. And maybe that's the way it's intended to be. I hope not, because it is unfortunate when you're trying to play the objective and you got this one guy who just keeps strafing back and forth and you can't do anything about it. What are you going to do?
Yeah. I know. But I think with where I'm coming from, because obviously multiplayer, I'm fairly new to it, because I really did grind the whole Battle Royale scene before Battlefield Multi, I'd say. So I'm not a max seat type. But I'm definitely on that spectrum from playing Call of Duty most of the time with multiplayer, that I could easily implement what I want to do, whether that's style from a BR and style from how multiplayer should or shouldn't be played, depending on your opinion. I can definitely grind that. I'm not sure exactly where I'm going to like move on to from that. I have to sort of play the full game to experience it. I can obviously enjoy the beta, and I'm so happy with that.
Sure.
But Hazard Zone, got no idea. I've seen the trailer, looks good. 34 players.
Well, let's get into it.
32 players.
So we've caught in depth last week on the show. We broke down pretty much everything there is to know about Hazard Zone. Now that's not a lot. There's some stuff that's come out from some of the devs on like Reddit forums and stuff where they've expanded on some of the details from the trailer. Because let's face it, the trailer really didn't tell us anything, right?
No.
Not much. So we're wondering, man, Hazard Zone might be the game mode for streaming if it delivers. Do you have any expectations or hopes or thoughts on Hazard Zone?
So my hopes about it is it's going to be really good.
That's fair.
Anyway,
He's like, come on, man, let's just state the obvious first.
But it's just, it is they've copied a template of Firestorm. I think it's not a BR, and it's a different style of game, which we've been explained and sort of know the basics, but you don't really know how to feel and how players going to play it. So until you play it, you won't know.
No.
But the I think the whole thing around it was the 32 players is so small for a.
It is.
And it is 7-8 different maps that they're going to cycle through, which is sort of a different idea. Maybe that might work, maybe it won't. I saw a few reactions from people like Dr. Disrespect, and I had the same view on it. It should be one open big open world, I think, and then implement all those maps together in small sections,
like Warzone.
Yeah, exactly, and do that. And then you could add more players then, but maybe they're limiting it to 32 because of that, the fact that there's only that small. Well, I don't know, because the maps are fairly big. So
yeah, they're playing it on. From my understanding, what we read is they're going to put it on regular maps. Now, of the 32 players, so you'll have eight squads, right, of 4, and so you have 32 players. But there's going to be AI soldiers in there that you have to navigate through there. That's what okay. And then you got to. What was that?
With AI soldiers, right? I have got no issue if you've got a good amount of players, but 32 players isn't a whole lot of players on a big map. You've seen how the beta was. If that's 32. You think how many people are going to be spread around that map? It's too big for that limited amount of players. And AI bots, I'm like, no offense, they haven't got feelings, obviously, but what on earth? Like, you don't get any satisfaction from killing an AI bot. What do you get out of that?
No.
I flip an AI soldier. I'm not going to be going, come on.
You're not going to run up and give him the cheeks. You're not going to go smack some cheeks on him.
We were
Teabag
making
AI.
content last week, and I was going through some of my clips, and at the moment I didn't realize what it was, but I'm like you mentioned, I had a 10-piece in 20 seconds, and I'm watching. Oh, this is great. I'm looking at the kill feed. AI. And I'm like, oh, I can't put that in there. Who wants to watch that?
That is as well. And I know you shouldn't listen to the haters and people like that who have negative point of views. This is constructive, but people are literally going to react to that and use that as an excuse. So if I get a kill record on Hazard Zone, well, you killed AI bots. Like, who cares? Like, it's not valid.
100%.
I'm just going to get that so many times, and that's where I think partly it might go wrong. But the worst, and I haven't even said it yet, the worst thing about it, where I was on about the template, how they've copied it, is free to play. There's no free to play. They built up Hazard Zone as a third selection of game mode for the style of battle royale, for the different players that want to play it. Maybe multiplayer players didn't like the BR from Firestorm. They have a different layout where they want to go to this Hazard Zone and try that out now. But it's they've built it up as it's its own game mode, and then they haven't made it free to play when all the rumors were sort of selecting that it was going to be free to play. And that massive bomb has just copied Firestorm, and Firestorm flopped like everybody knows how it did in however long it lasted.
No.
So it could just be repeating itself.
One thing, because when they introduced the game, they said they were going to have a free to play game mode. And this is me connecting the dots. We covered this last week, and you can connect them and formulate your own opinion from what I say. So when they came out, they said they were going to have an absolute free to play game mode. They never said what it was. They never said anything about it. So the game releases. They tell us about Portal, which Portal sounds amazing. Obviously the Conquest, the war, all-out warfare, and now they introduced Hazard Zone, and nothing's free to play. Tom Henderson, I don't know if you follow him at all. He's got some insider. So this game originally started out as just a battle royale.
It did.
Straight battle royale. Then they said, "Oh, hold on. We want to go back to our roots with the game." Yeah. And so what I'm looking at, this is all speculation. This is just me throwing shit up against the wall and see if it sticks. But if they said it time and time again, there will be a free game mode. There is no game-free game mode in the purchase between Portal, All Out Warfare, and Hazard Zone. And it started out as a battle royale. What does that say?
That says to me that there's a possibility that we might get a battle royale in the future. Clearly,
absolutely. That's how I felt.
Crossing our fingers, Drift.
I hoped for this game to have a battle royale, and from the minute they said that Hazard Zone wasn't, that broke my heart in a million pieces.
Right.
Because I was putting all my eggs into one basket of just having that BR experience, because I wasn't sure about the multi. I didn't like the Battlefield 5 multi, as I said, and whether that's going to be, there's always going to be a Battlefield another multiplayer. There's always going to be another one. But you don't know if there's going to be a battle royale. And at the moment, with where I am in gaming, I think the BR experience is my gravy.
Yes.
I love it. Put it on a roast dinner. I would eat it.
The drama.
Yeah, the
You can't fabricate the drama that comes from a BR in a multiplayer style game. You just can't do it.
You've got one life. Unless you're on Warzone, you've probably got about 5 different lives. But I do like that, actually. A lot of people don't like the whole respawn. They either want it like the Apex, where you get a van, you reboot van, you go up to that, like a Fortnite as well, where they copied that. Or you have that Gulag, and I think that style of game, a 1v1, is my type of thing. You see me playing solos a lot. I love the element of a 1v1, a back and forth to who can outplay the other player. SoCal probably said, he always goes, get outplayed. He says it on my on his stream because of what I used to say it. But I love it. It's who can be the better man. I've always had this competitive nature. Since I was young, I've always wanted to be better than the other man. Not in maybe in like some sort of ego way, because everyone's got an ego, but it's how you manage that. And if you've got that balance of trying to be as the best what you can be, while trying to have a good time and have fun with 100%. The boys, then it's the best thing you can do, and I like that. So
it's great, because then that's what Battle Royale brings, and even from a streaming standpoint, not just the playing, but the streaming standpoint, man, there's so much excitement when you get that dub, and you've got your 30, 40, 50, 80, 100 people watching, and you just got a dub, and you had to outplay that 1v1, right? Yeah. You're playing it, it's you versus them, and you've got to go, and it's man mano y mano, and you pull it off. And the chat goes crazy. You feel good. You just showed off your skill. Everybody, and it's good fucking TV, man. It's good fucking TV.
Oh, yeah. In my opinion, it is. Yeah, it's better to watch than a multiplayer, depending on who the multiplayer person is streaming that game. But the Battle Royale, anyone can do it. And if you're somewhat good at it, you can really make a good time out of it. And that goes for any streamer that's trying to be a streamer. If you can get that balance, it's really good. But definitely the suspense you get from it. I used to be terrible with that. My hands would be all over the place when I'm in that last scenario, either on Fortnite. I did a few wagers and tournaments on Fortnite. I won one tournament and I won a few wagers, but I wasn't great. I definitely leveled up as soon as I played Firestorm. But in that moment of that 1v4 or that scenario where you have to be the better man, and you know that it's on the line. I remember the first 20 kill game I ever tried to get on Fortnite. I crumbled. I lost to a Jack. He might as well have been an AI bot. He was terrible, but I was so nervous that I didn't know what to do, and I just crumbled, and I missed all my shots, and that happened, and that was it. That was all the cookie. That was the cookie crumbled, and I did crumble like that cookie, and that was it. But
it's over, Johnny.
Yeah, but going from that, you definitely learn, and you know, with streaming, you have so many people watching you. You just get used to it naturally, and anybody that is struggling with that, the anxieties, I still get them now. I to a small degree, but it's how you handle it. You can build it up, and you can keep it solidly and just play to the best, and you can't let it affect your nervous system where your hands and you're missing shots. I've changed it, and I've made it to the opposite way around, where I can sort of create that scenario where that 1v1, everyone's counting on me. I think Michael Jordan said that like a quote one time where it was he knows that there's always a new fan in the building watching him. So if I can do that and create that same sort of thing for the next person that joins the stream, because that one person's joining for that 1 minute or two to see what you're gonna do. And if you suck, or you have a bad thing, or you say something bad, or you play bad, that's over. They're leaving to the next one, and
they ain't coming back.
Exactly. And
No,
they won't give you that shot, probably, most likely.
No, for sure, for sure. Now, speaking of streaming, so now you're on Twitch, is that correct?
I am indeed.
Okay, so it's just DRFT at Twitch.
DRFT.
Yeah,
I managed
perfect.
to talk to a guy actually who had stopped streaming but used to be a streamer that had that gamer tag. But because I had it for like 10 to 15 years on YouTube, I talked to him to see if I could if he would change it just for the sportsmanship, and he was down. So fair play to that guy. So
Oh, that's awesome.
the struggle was, once he changes it, anyone is game to use that name after 6 months. So I had to wait 6 months with nerves every day. I had to put multiple reminders in 6 months' time on that date to change my name from DRFTTTTTT. People used to meme me on the stream for how many T's I used to have in my name.
More T's than a British pantry.
Oh, there we go. Already got the T jokes in. Love it.
I had to. You put that on a T for me.
I put it on a plate. A plate of tea. Spot of tea, darling.
Here it is.
But yeah, what was I saying?
You're talking about
your
the
name change.
Triple T's or
yeah. So a TTS, you know, when you get donations and stuff like that, you can write your own message. I would get people spam T's and do that sort of thing. So I had quite a funny thing with that on stream for a while.
Oh, that's so funny.
But the struggle was just waiting that 6 months, and then anyone being the anyone on that day could have changed. But I stress-free changed the name, got the OG name. Anyone I come into a stream now, I just think it's so clean. I do have a lot of love for clean, like just on a plate. You know?
Yeah.
Plain, but just the style, it looks professional, doesn't it?
It does.
100%.
And I know how you are about words. Like, you can't say hubby.
Oh, no. Triggered me.
I was watching his stream the other night. He's like, fuck hubby. It's like, you can say honey. You can say honey all you want. That's fine. But there's something about hubby. Can't say hubby. It's horrible. It's worse than moist. It's worse than moist, he says.
Oh, illegal. Put that word in the bin. Out of it. Throw it.
Go to jail. Don't collect after go.
Get that word out of it. You know what? You've done me honestly a disservice here, because now on stream everybody will mention that watching. If anyone comes to my stream,
100%. I'll be like, "What's up, hubby?" I almost thought about doing it myself, and I'm like, "Nah, I'm kind of new to this stream. I'm not gonna do that." But I was rolling when you were talking about you can't say hubby. That's amazing. So, okay, now what days and times can everybody find you on Twitch?
So I, with my work, I have a different schedule for streaming, so to speak. Okay. So I could be live at, so I'm going to say it in English times. BST would be about 4 p.m. Start to roughly 10, 11 p.m.
Nice.
It'll be a bit longer on 2042. I've shortened them down because just with the lack of motivation for Battlefield 5, it's hard to do extremely long streams, as you probably
sure.
find.
That's fair.
I go through that myself now.
But you will, if you just jump on the stream, you'll see in the description, you can use the command, wherever it is. I'll let you know when I'm in the stream.
Yeah.
Or you can just use the description to find out the times. But yeah, you're 4 p.m. I could be live at 10 a.m. I could be live at all sorts of times. So it's flexible for where you're from, I guess.
Gotcha.
There you go. Okay. And what about are you on Twitter? Are you on Instagram? What other platforms are you on, social media platforms?
So I am on most socials, but I use more of the other platforms than like Instagram. A lot of people like it. I just don't get it. Don't understand it. I can't get with it. It's not my style. I'm quite late to the scene with Instagram, so maybe that's why. Twitter. I'm on Twitter, YouTube, Twitch, TikTok. I don't do dances, unfortunately, for the people looking.
Damn.
Yeah.
See, I had hopes up. If you only understood my hopes for that.
Yeah, pop lock it, you know. all
Yeah,
those good-
baby.
I'm not one of them.
Oh my. That's so yeah, pretty much you guys, you can find Drift anywhere now. Is it all do you have the DRFT username for pretty much all of them, or is it different iterations?
DRFT will only be mainly if you type it on YouTube, you'll find me. If you type
Okay.
it on Twitch, you'll find me. Possibly on Twitter, but it is new and in Drift after that without the eyes, obviously.
Okay.
Same as that, but all my socials, if you click on either my YouTube, Twitter, Twitch should probably be the best one because it lays out all my socials.
Perfect.
But you'll find
Perfect.
it. You'll find it.
Awesome.
If there is anyone that wants to come out and see me, I mean, pray for me if there is.
Oh no, they need to. They would trust me. They will, because you're an absolute legend in the Battlefield community. Like legend.
You can't go into anyone's community and say the name Drift and not have them be like, "Who's that? I've never heard of him." It doesn't happen.
We were talking. We've talked to Rage. We talked to Cal. We tell everybody Drift. Oh yeah. Everybody who has played Battlefield and is into Battlefield at some point in the last couple years, they know the man Drift. So I'll tell you what, man, why don't we jump in? You're going to go rip off some Firestorm. We're going to record it and watch you go do your thing. How does that sound?
That sounds like a lovely jubbly job to me.
All right.
Let's get it.
Let's get it, baby.
Let's go. Come on.
Do I risk it and go damn for a quick drop with 60 players, which we haven't seen in ages? Niha, Ninja. Still at work. How long you got left? Rip. Oh my god, there's so many players. Saw like 3,000 people land here. Where have they all gone? Alright, enjoy your dinner. See you later, Tizzle. Take care. I'll message you when Chelsea beat you. Oh, I ain't got no shit. Ain't got no explosives. Oh, I've got 7 bullets now. I have to take that MG. Dry. Nah, it'll be a good match. Oh, he had the stuff. I need to get my rifle. Two years. I was going to go on the Lampard era and then COVID kicked off. Ah, I was wanting you to cap it at least. God. That was a shot. Absolutely love some armor because this game don't want to give me any. Alright. Wait. Jimmy Floyd Hasselbank. we go. Give me the loot, give me the loot. Heavy. If anyone's coming in, that look like it. Gotta get going. So hard to hear anyone when you're playing in a vehicle. Near a tank. Missed it. Think of there or anything? No. Too many people dying, what happened? Fucked it. So I can laser him. Oh my god! Alright, I'll take that. That works. What a laser that was. I can't lasso. I might get a 20 here. How the hell he's still alive? That's a mite. The whole lobby's just died. I should have secured it earlier, but... And it's over. Fuck's sake. Everyone just getting killed, man. Start without me if you want. I don't mind. Definitely guessing an aimbot message for that. Solid game, I'm not even recording. I got robbed off the 20. It's a shame. I wish they would come out. I know there's a guy up here. That guy that I just killed was definitely not coming to me. GG's. Not bad. I'm on PC right now.